Hello, class 8. So, as discussed, we'll discuss in today's class the types of sentence and its structure. Okay, so we were doing past perfect continuous tense. So, let's just start discussing the kinds of sentences and the structure they have. The first one is the positive or the affirmative sentence, and its structure is subject, had been plus ing forms of verbs. ing forms of verbs means verb की first form के साथ ing होगा, like play तो playing, watch watching, like that. Okay, plus rest. See with an example, he had been working here for 2 years. So he is your subject, had been, had, these are all helping verbs. Yes, so had been plus verbs plus ing and then the rest. So that is the structure. Always remember, had been जब भी होगा, had been and ing forms of verbs, that is the past perfect continuous tense. Okay, now see another kind of sentence, that is negative. Okay, so for the negatives you have the subject. Okay, then had plus not been. ठीक है, so had, then not been plus ing forms of verbs and then the rest of the sentence. Okay, see with an example, he had not been living here since 1999. ठीक है, now he is the subject, had is the helping verb, not been would be used after that, plus ing form of verb, that is live, so it will become living. Okay, and then rest is what is here since 1999. Okay, for the interrogatives you have had plus subject plus been plus ing forms of verbs and the rest. Okay, so it will start with the helping verb or the auxiliary verb. Okay, so the first, how will it start? See with an example, had it been raining since morning? So had, it will begin from had, then the subject will be there, then been plus raining, ing verbs plus ing, and then the remaining or the rest part of the sentence. Okay, got it? And today we'll discuss the exercises that is there in your book, textbook. Okay, let's look at that also. Yeah, so it is on page number 60. The exercises are on page number 60. Okay, and one more thing before I begin with the exercise, whenever I have checked the copy now, I have seen like whatever, like let's see with this exercise, I have written as rest means what, कि यहाँ पर जो स्पेस कम है तो मैंने बोला है वो बचे हुए जो पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस है वो आपको लिखना है, बट मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव कॉपीड द सेम थिंग, जैसे मैंने लिखा है वैसे आपने प्लस रेस्ट करके लिख करके कॉपी सबमिट किया है. व्हाट इज दिस? व्हेन आई इंस्ट्रक्ट यू, फॉलो द इंस्ट्रक्शन. Okay, don't do that, don't repeat that mistake again. Chalo, let's start with exercise A, that is fill in the blanks using past perfect continuous tense. So what we need to do is subject जो है हमारा रूल क्या है, अकॉर्डिंग टू द फॉर्मूला और अकॉर्डिंग टू द रूल, सब्जेक्ट देन हैड देन बीन प्लस ing वर्ब्स, यही याद रखना है. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे वर्ब ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है विद इन ब्रैकेट, वी नीड टू जस्ट चेंज इट इनटू ing और उसके पहले हमें हैड बीन लगानी है. ठीक है, लेट्स स्टार्ट. द फिल्म dash for 10 days, so it should be the film had been running. ठीक है, next, mother had been sleeping, ing verb हो जाएगी. Okay, and you have to just add had been. The cook had been cooking food since morning. Okay, he had been serving in this college since July 1991. Number 5, my father had been teaching us since July 1995. Number 6, I had been preparing. Okay, number 7, the child had been crying. Number 8, the peon had been ringing. And number 9, the children had been bathing in Ganga for few minutes. Okay, the farmer had been plowing the field. Okay, so this is how we have completed exercise A. Now let's look at exercise B. Here you need to change them into negative and interrogative sentence. ठीक है, negative में हमें not लगानी है and interrogative में we should make the sentence into a question form. ठीक है, by the end वहाँ पे question mark होना चाहिए. Let's see first. They had been washing their clothes since morning. तो यहाँ पे क्या change हो जाएगा? They had not been. had के बाद not लगेगा, not been. ठीक है, और बाकी सभी सेम रहेगा. They had not been washing their clothes since morning. तो यहाँ पे मैंने प्लस रेस्ट लिखा है. दैट मीन्स आपको since morning यहाँ पे लिखना है. मेरे पास स्पेस नहीं है. ओके, सो यू शुड डू दैट. नेक्स्ट इंटरोगेटिव में चेंज करेंगे. हैड दे बीन वॉशिंग देयर क्लोथ्स सिंस मॉर्निंग, पुट अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. यहाँ पर देखो आप लोग ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो या फिर नेगेटिव में भी बना के लिख सकते हो. फॉर द इंटरोगेटिव्स आई एम टॉकिंग. जैसे कि हैड दे बीन वॉशिंग देयर क्लोथ्स सिंस मॉर्निंग, तो यहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हैं हैड दे नॉट बीन वॉशिंग देयर क्लोथ्स सिंस मॉर्निंग. बोथ आर करेक्ट. इट्स अप टू यू आपको कौन से फॉर्म में बनाना है. Okay, we had been waiting for you for 2 hours in the garden. So it should be we had not been waiting for you. Okay, for 2 hours in this garden. And for the question, had we not been waiting for you? Okay, so baki will remain same. Number 3, you had been living in this city for 20 years. So it should be you had not been living in this city for 20 years. यहाँ पे had not को आप contract form में भी लिख सकते हो. ठीक है, had you not been living in this city, so that also is correct. She had not been learning her lessons. Had she been learning her lessons? Okay, number 5, I had been reading for Hindi for 2 weeks. It should be I had not been reading. Okay, and for the question, had I not been reading Hindi for 2 weeks, and put a question mark. Number 6, this boy had been playing with me since last week. So it should be this boy had not been playing. Okay, and for the question, had this boy been playing with me? Number 7, Shan had been singing songs for many years. It should be Shan had not been singing songs for many years. And for the question, had Shan not been singing songs for many years? Or you can frame it in like that also. What had Shan been doing for many years? ठीक है, ये question form में भी बना सकते हो. Both are correct. Whatever is like suitable or you find easy or convenient, you can choose, opt for that. Okay, number 8, the child had been crying since half an hour. So क्या हो जाएगा? The child had not been crying since half an hour. And had the child been crying since half an hour is your question. This girl had been reading a novel since Sunday. So this girl had not been reading a novel okay, since Sunday. And had this girl been reading a novel? So that is your question. Number 10, she had been teaching she